In this video, we are going to look at the balance of payment, deficits and surplus. In the previous video, we have seen about the balance of payment and the constituents of the BOP. In this, we will look at the deficits and the surplus, why it happened and how the deficit is covered. The deficit or surplus can be there in the balance of payment. Now, this is on account of the current account. So exports and imports determine whether the deficit will be there in BOP or whether there will be surplus. The balance of payment actually tells us whether the country has enough money so that it can finance its imports. So when the country is having surplus BOP, it implies that country has enough money to finance its exports. Contrary to that, if the BOP is in deficit, it implies that country doesn't have enough money to finance its imports. So when a country has surplus BOP, this happens when country exports more than it imports. So the country has sufficient outstanding reserves which can be used to finance domestic production activity and to lend the extra savings in the international markets, especially to the countries which are in need of money so that they can finance their deficits. The impact of the surplus BOP is, in the short term, saving increases, the domestic production also stimulates, the exports of the economy increases, and this leads to overall rise in the employment in the economy. Whereas the deficit balance of payment happens when the country imports more goods, services and the capital than they export. Here imports are more than exports and so BOP is in deficit. The government here borrows money from the market or from whichever sources we are going to discuss so that the deficit can be balanced. Here the aim is to meet the cost of imports. The country becomes prone to external shocks when deficit BOP is there and it becomes a net consumer because country borrows money from the market so that it can meet its import needs. So in simple terms, a balance of account is said to be in surplus if the exports of the country are greater than the imports of the country, whereas a deficit balance of payment can happen when the imports of the country are greater than the exports of country. So here you are importing more than you are exporting. The classic example of deficit BOP can be various developing and underdeveloped countries. For instance, India, Pakistan, Nepal, etc., they have deficit BOP. In case of India, India has a deficit BOP of $53 billion with China. And then the number varies based on the countries. Whereas in case of surplus BOP, there are various countries which have a balance of payments in surplus. For example, Japan, Netherlands, Germany, etc. And one thing to remember, there can also be a case when your BOP is imbalanced. Your BOP is balanced. So it is neither in surplus nor in deficit. In that case, your imports are exactly equal to exports. Such types of situations are not easily attainable, but there can be a case when your exports and imports are equal and your BOP is neither deficit nor surplus. Now, let us look at the current account deficit. The current account deficit is widely used. It measures the flow of goods, services, and investment into the economy. So, investments, goods, services in the economy and out of the economy, the flow actually determines whether there will be deficit or not. It represents a country's foreign transactions which are taking place during a particular accounting year. The deficit can occur if the value of goods and services which are being imported in the country are greater than the value of the goods and services which are being exported. The current account can be calculated by adding the trade gap with net current transfers and net income abroad. All of these calculation gives us the current account, and in case if deficit is there, we will get current account deficit. When current account deficit is high, it implies that economy is uncompetitive and investments are very less. Because of this, the foreign investment also decline, it reduces, and this leads to lower level of output and lower level of employment in the economy. But this is not always, because if the policies, economic policies and political conditions are favorable, then investment improves and current account deficit also falls down. In order to reduce current account deficit, certain measures can be taken. One is boosting the exports. When exports are boosted, the receipts from the goods exported increases, which in turn leads to narrowing down of current account deficit. Apart from this, the import substitution can also be performed. When manufacturing activity increases, thus imports of certain commodity also falls down. So there also some certain amount is saved. The CAD can be reduced by boosting exports. Second is stimulating manufacturing growth. When manufacturing growth is stimulated, various kinds of products are produced in the domestic market. When product diversification takes place, export diversification also happens, and so economy reaches wider markets, and so exports improves. Apart from this, certain products which the country was importing, and when the country is producing that products domestically, then imports also fell, but export increases. Thus, current account deficit falls down, it reduces. And third is linking global supply chain and curbing non-essential imports. This is widely used, is the curbing non-essential imports like gold, crude oil, etc. Because crude oil is an essential thing, but what the country do is they store huge pile of crude oil, and so when the BOP becomes unfavorable, they reduce the imports of crude oil and they meet the need through domestic supply. And the importance of linking the market with the global supply chain is that the domestic markets get access to international markets and exports increases. Let us now look at the basic difference between trade deficit and current account deficit. As I have said, current account deficit is a wider term because it is one of the key component of balance of payment, and trade deficit comes under current account deficit, and it also includes transfer payments. So it is a broader component, whereas trade deficit, it only looks at the trade imbalance. So if imports of goods are more than exports, then you can say that there is a trade deficit. So trade deficit is part of current account deficit. One thing to remember is when there is current account deficit, at the same time, if the economy is having fiscal deficit, then when these two deficits are there, then it is said that economy is having twin deficit. Now, the question comes how to finance the current account deficit or the deficit in the balance of payment. The deficit is usually financed through borrowing. The borrowing can be either from the domestic market or borrowing can either from the international market. When the borrowing takes place in the domestic market, it is usually through borrowing from the central bank of the country and from the other lending institutions, and through the routes of treasury bonds. Whereas when borrowing takes place from the international market, it is through foreign loans. Second is, borrowing can also be done, or you can say that deficit is financed through FII and FDI. When FDI and FII comes, the deficit is financed in some way because investment comes into the economy and that money is actually used. Thus, deficits can be financed through increasing the investment through FII, FDI and market borrowing from domestic market and from international market. There are various negative outcomes when borrowing usually takes place through FII and FDI, and the negative long-term impact of higher CAD. The long-term impact of current account deficit can be higher borrowing in the past and in the present leads to pile-up of unsustainable loans. These unsustainable loans leads to higher interest payments, and thus it leaves lesser room for the government to increase their expenditure in other sectors of the economy. Second is, when deficit is financed through FII, foreign institutional investment, it is also known as hot money. The markets in the economy, especially the capital markets, become more volatile. because FII can be withdrawn in a shorter span of time as compared to FDI. Thus, volatility increases when investment or deficit is financed through FII increases. Third is, if deficit is financed through domestic borrowing. When the government borrows money from the market, the liquidity decreases in the economy. So the lesser capital availability is there for the domestic manufacturers. This leads to lesser production, lesser expansion, and higher interest rates. So we have seen numerous consequences of long-term impact of the current account deficit of higher CAD. The ideal current account deficit is usually at 2% level. Let us look at some practice questions. Question number 1. If the balance of payment of a country is adverse, then which institution will help that country? By adverse, I mean when it is there in deficit. Here, International Monetary Fund usually rescues the country, and this is obvious because in 1991, when India was having BOP crisis, it was IMF which rescued India, and to all other countries, all other member countries, it is IMF which helps the member countries to meet the deficits in balance of payment. Question number 2. How might a government attempt to reduce a medium-term balance of payment deficit? Here, the correct will be seeking a loan from the IMF. Question 3. Which of the following would be an appropriate policy to reduce balance of payment deficit? Here, we are concerned about reducing the deficits in the balance of payment. This can be done by increasing the interest rates, because when interest rate increase, the cost of capital also increases. So, the deficit is kind of reduced. Because if you look at all the other options, all the other options leads to more liquidity in the hands of people. When liquidity increases, imports can also increase. Suppose if interest rates are decreased, people will have more money. When indirect taxes will be reduced, people will have more money. And when government spending increases, again people have more money, because ultimately money comes into the hands of people, and so BOP can worsen because imports can further increase. Thus, the ideal decision is increasing the interest rates.